Federals to our left. Welcome back, or welcome for the very first time to Worms and Warriors. We're back into Grand Tactician The Civil War. We are heading into episode 15 of this playthrough. It's been an epic one, and I feel like we're approaching the end. As always, if you missed the previous episodes, why not subscribe to the channel, head to my channel and check out the playlist. Go back to whatever it was you're up to, or start from the very beginning if you're brand new. That would be awesome. We have now got several playthroughs of this game. I think maybe 6 or 7 completed, a couple of partial ones where we had corrupted files. But anyway, yeah, that's where we are. We're coming towards the end of this campaign, it feels like anyway. So we're going to go quickly into an overview of what's going on, and then I'll crack on with the episode. We left off the previous episode with a battle up here in St. Louis, where we managed to defend against the federal attacks. Claiborne again doing a nice job up there. However, we are very short on supply up here. We need this depot roller to fall so that we can bring up supply. We need to bring reinforcements up here. We need to try and hold on to this, and we need to work on our strategy to see what's going on. But we'll talk more about that soon. So for now, let's have a look at the overview here. National morale 49 for them, 97 for us. 83 national support and 87 for us. Our national support has taken a real hit because we've opened up conscription and we're working on the Tariff Act and we've done all sorts of other little bits and bobs that damage national morale. Morale of the army 63 for them, which seems crazy high to me considering they've had defeat after defeat pretty much. 81 for us. Loyal states 1325, 151,000 fielded for them, 123,000 for us. Navy tonnage, they're miles ahead. Military experience, we're on 27, they're on 22. 15 victories for us and 4 for them. 30,200 casualties for us, 53,600 for them. Pretty close. We've got a Confederate advantage now, though. It was a slight advantage at the start of the last episode. So things are moving in the right direction for sure. Military-wise, we've got some recruits coming in still here and there to different armies, but there's not a lot available, really. Let's just have a quick look what we've actually got. We've got 17,600 volunteers and a whole bunch of drafts. The drafts I'm only using to bring in replacements, basically. So all the units are set to drafts coming in as replacements rather than volunteers. So new units are volunteers, replacements are draftees, as you can see by this D, which is on all the units. So yeah, only drafts are coming in as replacements. In terms of what's next, I would like to push the Federals out of Virginia. They are camped up here at Alexandria. A couple of fair-sized forces here. We've got the Department of Pennsylvania with 16,000 men. And we've got the Army of Northeastern Virginia with 31,000. We've got our 3 main corps from the Army of Northern Virginia as well at Manassas. So we've got the 1st Corps, which you can see the readiness is not great. So realistically, we're not doing anything. Plus, it's the 10th of January, so it's still the depth of winter. The 2nd Corps here under Jackson is a little bit more prepared, but still, we can't really move forward with just them. There's only 20,000 of those guys. And then the 3rd Corps, Magruder's troops. These guys are mostly green and not well equipped either, but their readiness is also not that good. Also in Virginia, we have the Department of Richmond, which consists of 2 reserve corps. We've got Woofett's Corps here, which is going to be about somewhere around 6,000 men by the time they're all in there. And we've got Clark's 2nd Reserve Corps, which will have slightly more men at almost 7,000. The plan is to move this 1st Reserve Corps up towards Manassas to make sure we hold on to that depot, because the last few times we've moved out of there, we've lost control of the depot at Manassas, which, you know, is crazy, but that's the way it is. And the 2nd Reserve Corps, I'm thinking about maybe sending them down here to Fort Monroe. I don't know if it's possible they can take, that's 5,000 men in there, and these guys only got 6,700, so I'm not sure. Maybe we'll do that, maybe we won't. The next consideration I've got is we've got the Army of Kentucky here, 8,300 men under Joe Johnston, who are kind of poised to move up into the heartland. Let's just have a quick look at this. So our front lines actually, they extend down here into the southern part of Indiana. So we could probably push up into Indianapolis. Up here they've got the 28th Army with questionable numbers of men. We're not really sure. 85, I think, the last time we saw, but we were expecting 4,200 men with 5 guns. Joe Johnston has 8,300 with 16 guns. Now, they are part of Albert Sidney Johnston's force, the majority of which is under Claiborne at St. Louis. And then we've got Chalmers, who's building up his troops still. They're almost ready. A couple of days for some of these guys, 1 day. 19 days for Wilcox, but, you know, we could always move him up to support Claiborne at St. Louis. We want to draw as many troops as possible to St. Louis so we can then send Joe Johnston up with his small army to maybe take Indianapolis. But like I say, these guys, Breckinridge's division here, they are very poorly armed. Springfield muskets for these guys, but I think everyone else got mixed muskets. Some howitzers and field guns for the artillery. I mean, it's okay, but I would definitely like to have better weapons available, but we haven't. This says A minus. I think it's going to drop as soon as we start. It'll go down to, I'm not sure, probably BBB. So our finances are not great. In terms of the policies, we are working on the Tariff Act. It's 1.3 days away. So when that's done, we'll try for Militia Act 3 to get some more recruits in if we need them. We've already opened the Conscription Act, like I said. The Tariff Act should provide a little income boost. And once again, apologies if I sound a bit bunged up. I'm still carrying this cold flu thing that I've had for a few weeks. I'm sounding a little bit croaky, but it shouldn't make any difference, really. Anyway, so yeah, that's that. We're also putting together the Far West Expeditionary Force Corps, whatever it was called. They are under Price. The Far West Expeditionary Corps. A couple of little divisions of cavalry here, so 3,400 men under Pryor and 1,600 men under Course. So the aim for these guys is going to be to push like west into Kansas, maybe up into Nebraska, maybe swing around into Iowa, see what we can do. Maybe we can cause some havoc out there, but they are still waiting on their guys coming in. So that's pretty much where we are, and let's get started. We're going to start with play right now. It is still winter, so operations are a little bit tricky. There's been a lot of fighting over the winter, which has been a little annoying because I would have liked to have consolidated a little bit, but I guess the Federals don't want us to do that. We've got the Army of the Tennessee on the move up here. We've also got the Army of Indiana. Again, substantial troops. Once this has resolved itself, we'll see where we are in terms of supply and whatnot, but we were very, very, very short, especially on artillery ammunition. Now, I am also moving the headquarters, the Department of Tennessee and Kentucky under Johnston. I'm moving them to St. Louis to give a little morale boost up here. I had considered attaching Claiborne to the Trans-Mississippi Army instead, but I think I'm going to just not do that now. So yes, let's wait for readiness to go up a little bit, at least at the yellow, and then we'll hit these guys up here at Alexandria, unless the Federals do something else in between. But I think I will. I think I'm going to move him up to Indianapolis. I know it's winter time. I know it's a little bit risky, but I'm going to do it anyway. I don't really know, like, why should we not do it? Let's see what happens. I mean, if the worst comes to the worst, we can always pull back towards Louisville. Let's speed this up a little bit. Get time moving. All right, so they have now pulled out St. Louis. So we're down to 16,900 men. We're carrying 2,380 disabled. Ammunition is outrageously bad. 4% artillery ammunition. We need to take Rolla so we can get supply moving up there. I'm going to move these guys up. I know it's going to put more strain on the supplies up here, but realistically, we need some more troops up here. Confederacy passes the Tariff Act. Okay, so that's done. Let's just pause it a moment. And let's move straight into Militia Act 3 to hopefully give us some more recruits. It's going to be 38 days. Yeah, BBB Plus is still plummeting down, I think. I am also moving up the New Orleans Squadron, which is kind of more like just the Mississippi Fleet, I guess. They're moving up here just to see if that makes any difference. I don't really know if it will. But we really need some supply up here. This is flipped to the Union. I mean, I can't even believe that. How can the depot flip to the Union? I mean, it's in St. Louis that we control. Honestly, this game is like, it's ridiculous sometimes, this game. And this siege here has been going on for weeks. Anyway, I'm going to speed this up. Let's get going. The depot still hasn't flipped back to us. It's got no artillery ammunition in either. We really need that. It's possible if Claiborne gets attacked again, we may need to pull out of there. Alright, so Chalmers' boys are in here, except for Dole's cavalry, which are 2 days away, and Wilcox with 1,500 men from Tennessee. They are still 15 days away, so I think we can move them up. Alright, so Joe Johnston is on the march here. He's hopped on the train, and I think he has anyway. Going up. Or is he marching? He should be on the train. He's marching, of course. Glorious victory at Fort Griffin. Alright, so finally. Let's just pause this a moment. Whoopsie did. Let's have a look at that. Okay. Fort Griffin has been taken. We've opened up this supply. We lost 42 men. 4 men killed. 16 missing. The rest wounded. Morale is confident. Supply situation is outstanding. So we've taken Fort Griffin at last. What's in here? Got lots of artillery ammunition. Let's hope we can ship that up here to this army. Because we really need supply up here. This still hasn't flipped. I mean, come on. Now we can't move because we're in hostile territory. It's just... Honestly, it's just one of them things in this game. It's just absolutely insane. So again, we go in contact with these guys, and we're going to have to fight them with no ammunition. I'm going to leave this to the AI to work out. I don't want to fight again on the same battlefield as in the last episode. I mean, let's just see if they do this. Victory at the Mississippi. So, I mean, we won that fight. Captured 800 thingies. This would have been just a crappy little skirmish without much ammunition. I'm glad I didn't bother doing that. Okay, so we've driven them away. Hopefully that also means we've now finally taken charge of this depot. Yes, it does. And the other corps has arrived also. Okay, that's great. I'm just going to pause it a second because, again, these guys' readiness is down. Ammunition is low. But we now have at least Chalmers' guys here, so we do have a few extra troops there. Let's just have a look at the supply situation. It's looking decent. So, I mean, we're starting to link supply up. We are taking so long to get moving into here. Oh, and we're going to end up having a fight with readiness right down, like as low as it can possibly get. Okay, so that is not going to happen. We're going to pull out of there. I don't know why these guys didn't just hop on the trains up here, but it hasn't quite worked out. Let's hope they can pull out of there, because I mean, I don't think Joe Johnson fighting at Indianapolis when his readiness is right at the rock bottom is really what we want to be doing. All our readiness is right shot, actually, because moving in wintertime is very, very difficult for these units. At least it is for the players' units. It doesn't seem to matter for the AI. Hartley Colliery disaster. Okay. We've issued bonds. That's not good. The readiness is looking a bit better in Virginia. We could potentially push up here and have a little scrap on that side. Let's have a look. It is still winter, so I mean, I'm tempted not to, but just going to have a quick look through our weapons, see if we can upgrade anybody. Can. 1st Virginia Irish Brigade's going to be equipped with Mississippi rifles. Maybe we can finally give the Carolina Carolians Springfield muskets. Yes, we can. Nice. Okay, so I think most of these guys are pretty well armed. I'm just going to flick through them real quick and just see what we've got going on. Yeah, we arm quite well, except for Magruder's force, which is not amazing. We can give planes rifles out, though, to Pegram. Okay, so we're moving our guys into position. Hopefully, with Wooford's force moving up as well, it means that we won't lose that depot there. And they might even take part in the fight, I guess, but we'll see. So a couple hours for these orders to get through to them. Let's press play. Let's see if we can get a battle going at Alexandria. And we bumped them straight away. The first corps is on the field. 6 hours for the second corps to arrive and 8 hours for the third corps to arrive. 18 hours for the reserve corps here, which is... I mean, how can it be 6 and 8 hours? It's just unbelievable. Anyway, never mind. So, we've got about 10,000 men on the enemy, which is not a bad position to be in. Patterson's still in command for them. I mean, we've done him about four or five times. Anyway, let's play the battle. Let's go Battle of Alexandria, pushing the Federals out of Virginia. I hope. So it's like it's the largest battle we've had so far. Over 100,000 men in the field. Total 60,600 for us, 47,000 for the Union. So it's a pretty epic one. It's an attacking scenario for us, so we are attacking the enemy. It's difficult. Especially in a snowstorm and 27 degrees Fahrenheit, which is below 0 Celsius for Europeans. The enemy army is green and the morale report to be broken. Interesting. Okay, so we start with Longstreet in the field. It is a snowstorm now. That's the thing with winter. This is going to be a harsh, harsh fight. So we're fighting on the Manassas battlefield, as you can probably tell here. Henry Hill, Matthews Hill, things like that. Where is the Union? So the objective is up here. We can take our time and get into place. Red Hill, we fought here, Red Hill Farm, previously. So what we'll do, we'll set our guys up. We're going to march up the main road. We're going to cross at these fords. We're going to take our time, set up somewhere around the Warrenton Turnpike and wait for our reinforcements to arrive. Let's just check how long that's going to be. I know it said 6 hours, but... Oh, is Jackson in the field already? Oh, he is already here. So We've got 2 corps on the field, just waiting for Magruder. Even though it said however many hours, Magruder 1 hour away. So okay, excellent. I'm going to set our guys up and I'll cut back in when I'm finished. Okay, so I've just kind of set them up around these main roads. We're going to start it off now. Jackson's corps is going to aim for Island Ford. I'm going to cross here. Is this... I think the stream might be frozen, so I think we can maybe just cross that. We'll see. I'm going to get these guys to form up somewhere here, and then we'll move forward. We're going to take our time with it. It's 15:30, so the day is almost over as well. It being winter, of course, means time. The battle ends a bit sooner than you would expect. Let's get started with this huge battle. So in terms of movements, I'm going to move the cavalry up first. It's going to give us a little lay of the land, see what's going on. I'm going to move them up towards Island Ford just to have a look. Evans's cavalry from Longstreet's corps is going to move up as well. Where are we going to cross with these guys? I want to see if we can just cross this because it's frozen, so surely we can. I'm going to move them up to here, just so we can have a look, see what's going on. And then we'll slowly start to move our infantry once these guys get moving. Okay, so they're already on the march. Patterson arrives, so that's the enemy troops, of course. Let's move Maxie Gregg's division up first towards Island Ford. Next up, I want to move the artillery because they take forever to go, as you could imagine. But we've got roads here, so that's a good thing. Better to be moving on the roads. It's also worth noting that Lee is over here with Jackson, so the orders from Lee are going to have to travel all the way from there across to Longstreet. But Evans' cavalry is on the march. I'm going to start up Ewell's division, marching up this main road, which I think it's a main road, looks like it. No, well, it's like a track. I don't know. But we're going to march them out anyway. We're going to start moving, because otherwise we're going to be here all day. I'm deliberately moving them on 2 different tracks because I don't want it all clogged up. Okay, we've got some guys starting off now. The rest will get orders soon enough. Our advanced units have arrived at the Sudley Church. No sign of the Union so far. Let's see. Oh, are these defences? Or is it a fence? I think it's just a fence. Let's see if we can just cross over here. I'm genuinely interested to see if we can. I don't think it is. We're going to the ford. It's the end of the first day already as well. Okay, so some units have been resupplied, some haven't. We're all stretched out. Wooford's arrived as well, so we've got them on the field as well now. Let's okay. I'll set up the day 2, and I'll cut back in when that's done. So it's a bit of a messy one. All right, so here we are then. I'm just gonna move Lee up as well. I forgot to move him. I put him on this main road, kind of central to all these guys. So we've got Magruder's force, which I've got them out here on the right. I'm gonna swing them around. So they've got a bit of marching to do. They're gonna swing around up to this side of the Warrenton Turnpike. Wooford's, well, it's a corps, but it's a division, really. Division-sized unit, so 6,000 men with 6 guns. These guys haven't fought, as far as I'm aware, or maybe some of them have. Let's have a quick look. First battle for Little. First battle for Jenkins. First battle for the other Jenkins. Armstead's men have fought, but again, these guys are all armed with mixed muskets. Springfield musketoons for the Anderson's regiment. And 6-pound field guns for them. Didn't even upgrade those. Magruder's force, again, they fought, I think, or some of them have anyway, or Hood's first battle. Bushrod Johnson's first battle as well. Maybe I'm mistaken here. Yeah, there's first battles. First battle. Tolliver, they fought. Pegram, they have fought. Ruggles is their first fight. First fight for the Cav. Yeah, so it's mostly the first fight for these 2 units. The kind of reserve units. But that's okay. Fine-tuning where these guys are going. So the main fighting is going to be done by Longstreet and Jackson, I would imagine here. I mean, it makes sense. These are experienced troops, well-led, and fairly well-equipped, I mean, in the most part. I like that a bit better now. Okay, so the guns, I'm keeping just slightly back until we know where the Union actually is. I mean, let's have a look at the terrain here. It's a decent little spot to defend for them, to be fair. A little crossing here. Nice woods, a hill, you know. So we're going to try and swing some troops around this way, around the unfinished railroad. Maybe Ewell and Smith's division. Jackson's going to do the grunt work, the head-on attack. Longstreet's going to swing around to the left. Magruder and Wofford kind of reserve, but with Magruder swinging around to the right. So it's 0800. The fighting's about to start again. I'm going to press play. Oh, I think we just spotted some kind of defences there as well. Anyway, since Magruder's got the most marching to do, I'm going to send him off to do some marching. We're going to get these boys moving up around to the flank. Around this way. It's going to take them a while, but there are some roads there, so it's not horrendous. I'm going to just send Magruder's cavalry here under Chambly. Or Chambliss? Not sure. Just this way here, just towards the Warrington Turnpike a bit more. We've got Kirby Smith. Kirby Smith, who I'm also doing a short on, actually. A little 60-second biography, a little overview of him. I'm doing that straight after I've recorded this, so if you're interested in that kind of thing, check them out. I've done quite a lot of these now. Proved pretty popular, which is always nice to see. But anyway, Kirby Smith's moving up around to the left flank. We can see some defences just popping up here. So the Federals have set them up here. We can't see any troops in them yet, but I'm sure they'll be around somewhere close. It's saying they've got 56,000 in the field. It's more than we had estimated earlier. Just going to try and get Hugh G's artillery up on this hill. It looks like quite a promising position. Close range fire onto those defences if need be as well. Jeb Stewart's in place. D.H. Hill is in place. Maxie Gregg is in place. Cooper's up here with his artillery as well. Just going to move them up a little bit more. Let's get Kemper moving along this road. Nice big division here, 9,000 infantry. D.H. Hill's moving up. Maxie Gregg is going to move up a little bit as well. We're taking some artillery fire, I think. I'm just going to check out the settings here because I can't hear a thing going on. They've constructed elaborate, extensive works here, but there's nobody in them. What on earth? We've got Gordon's detachment going forward to check it out. Oh, what the heck? Federals are left. Really? That was not expected. Where the... So, this must be one of the armies that must have came in from there, I guess. Okay, that is a problem. Kirby Smith's going to have to turn around. We could be in a lot of trouble here, actually. Let's get Wofford's men back here as well. Well, that was an unexpected turn of events. It definitely keeps it interesting. I'm going to keep moving Kemper up. We'll just see what's up there. There's some Union troops up here as well. So we're going to be fighting on two fronts here. I think it's probably going to be a tough one this now. The way they're spread out. Are they coming down to come and march down to attack us? Or are they defending? I really don't know what the Federals are doing. It's going to be a difficult one to coordinate, that's for sure. Let's keep going with Magruder. I'm going to keep swinging him around. What a mess. However, it also opens up an opportunity because we can press on here and possibly... I mean, I know we're taking them on piecemeal, but, you know, that's by the by, really. We can, because we've got their army split in two. I know they've got ours split in two as well, but we do have the manpower on them. And if we can get into this unfinished railroad, we've also got a decent defensive position. Let's get some skirmishes going here. We've got some Mississippi armed troops. I like these guys to go out and skirmish with that extra range. Bartow's boys going to come into contact with the Federals. It's a real mess going on. The AI likes to do that here. That background hiss you might be able to hear is not a problem or anything. It's the wind and the snow. skirmish line over here is engaged, giving us a chance to get our actual infantry troops into position here. Difficult to keep an eye on everything. We're fighting on two fronts here. Just move him a long streak back here behind the line. He's right in front of the front. No shot for the artillery. I don't really know why. The Napoleons are firing at least. Excellent. So the Ohio Outlaws are rolling up the flank here. Nice. Push that artillery battery back as well. I would like these guys to stop moving. I have given them orders to do so, but it doesn't seem like they want to comply with those. Some federal units on the march here, but we do have our troops up against this wall. Let's get Kelly into this fight. Like I say, a real mess here. The key is to keep these federal units apart from each other. Nicely done. Keep pressing, boys. Homes, low on ammunition, it's just these skirmishers, that's okay. Pickett's brigade in the fight now as well. Picked up some £20 parrots there. Nice. Fighting hard still. Some skirmishers broken. Okay, that's fine. Pull in bottom skirmishers. Let's keep pressing here. Tiring work for our boys. In the snow, in the ice. Let's keep pressing, come on. Oh. Early's broken. Come on, let's do it. Some of these blue and yellow clad men all over the floor here. Hundreds of casualties. A difficult fight, a broken fight, a really strange fight, to be honest. Abercrombie's brigade over here giving us some problems. These dudes are just taking forever and ever to get into place. Now bear in mind, these Federals are supposed to have breaking morale. They've put up quite a bit of a fight. Alright, so they're broken at least. Let's press up on the objective for these guys. Oh, there's thousands of them on the objective. Okay, great. We've got this fairly under control, so I'm going to send Armistead's brigade to help these boys over here. Magruder is coming into place, but it is lunchtime again already. It's 12 o'clock. They're putting up a really stubborn resistance here, the Federals. Oh, Early is actually reformed. Nice. Let's pull him back. More £20 powered rifles. Yeah, we're losing a lot of men. John Bell Hood's boys almost in place. Let's strike these guys, come on. Kelly's men are broken. crazy high casualties, crazy resilience from the AI, even though they're broken apparently. Like, look at this, 600 casualties in this brigade and they're not bothered. They've managed to extricate themselves from this fight, honestly. It's unbelievable. Absolute garbage. I mean, what is it Wright's doing here? Whatever it is, stop. Oof. Armistead is moving snail's pace. I know they're new troops, but still. Come on. Denver, still not broken up here. Moved out of range. Armstead's almost in place, so we're going to have some fresh troops in the fight here. I know they're brand new as well, but, you know, let's see if we can add some extra firepower in here with our mixed muskets. John Bell Hood's men have arrived. Hopefully we can smash into these guys. Oh gosh, every time you turn the tide a little bit, something changes. So Hood arrives and then Wright breaks. Okay, Armistead, come on. Let's do this thing. I mean, a brigade volley into an open artillery battery. I mean, come on, that would wipe them off the map. So Hood arriving and these guys' flank hasn't even broken them. I mean, come on. You can't be serious. There they are, finally. Jeez. These guys have reformed twice now. I mean, you can't be serious. It's turned into a frustrating, long fight. Running short on ammunition. Running short on a lot of things. Fresh troops arriving here though, in the bush like Johnston. And Hood moving in as well now. Seth Barton's boys arriving, the French Legion. Yeah, I think this might actually be a disaster, this battle. We are done here. I think this is almost over. Got our horses kicked. Again, the AI resilience has kind of ruined this. It's absolute bullshit. Barton is now kind of refusing to move at all. Send his cavalry in here. I mean, I think it's a disaster actually. Shouldn't have done it. I have no idea what's actually happening in here. There's our cavalry away, of course. And these boys here, 750 casualties and no effect. They're flashing now. This really hasn't gone well. Barton won't move. Come on. The day units are they're just reforming up here, no problem at all. Constantly. Again and again. This is basically a shooting gallery in the middle here, and they are not budging. 1,000 casualties for the volunteer brigade. The militia brigade here, 700. Honestly, it's just... I don't know what's going on here. I mean, are you telling me Mahoney's going to march to here and then turn around and come back? I mean, oh. Barton will not move. Alright, come on now. It's about time. Let's press up on this objective. Keep going, boys. Keep it up, come on. We'll let Ruggles rest up a little bit here. His men are exhausted. First Brigade just strolling out of there, no problem at all. Getting their flank ripped open by Bushrod Johnston and John Bell Hood, but, you know. Enemies retreating at last. What a frustrating battle this was. It could have gone a lot better. I mean, I'm sure I've made lots of mistakes here as well, but it was frustrating, let me assure you that. It was difficult with being split as well. The terrain to attack here was pretty harsh. We have managed a major victory at least. Oh no, somebody's dead. Who? Barton? Oh no! Seth Barton died in action. French Legion. Damn it. Ah. Frustrating. We lost 9,970 men. They lost 13,000, which is good, but we lost like 10,000 men. That's grim as hell. It's a major Confederate victory. I mean, so it is a good win, but losing 10,000 men, that was harsh. It was, I won't lie, it was a really hard attack up that hill. I probably should have waited for my forces to be in place properly before doing so. Like, should have waited for Magruder, but he was taking all day to get around that flank, and I wanted to get this done. But, you know, it is what it is, and we're there. We've just got a major victory in Virginia, which is obviously a big deal. A lot of casualties for both sides, but like 10,000 for us is pretty bad. So we'll take stock. We'll probably end up resting that army for a little while, and possibly come February 62 we could march into Washington. I'm not sure yet. Maybe we will. Let's have a think. Brigadier General Wade Hampton has become famous as an inspiration. Barnett B has fallen into disgrace in the eyes of his men. I don't think he did too bad there. His brigade suffered like 1,200 casualties. The Department of Pennsylvania is retreating in panic. We earned a total victory. They suffered casualties of 13,349. I think that's some of the largest casualty numbers I've had in this game. Almost 2,000 killed, 2,300 captured. We lost 9,970, 1,329 killed, 1,488 missing, the rest are wounded. We're determined. Supply situation is alarming. We captured 6,600 rifles and 11 guns. Why is the supply situation alarming? Surely we should be doing okay with the supply. Officer casualty. So I'm going to sort this out. So let's have a look. Seth Barton, he was from a viewer unit, of course. The French Legion. I'm going to replace him with a different commander. If you're watching, let me know if there's someone specific you would like. So these guys are from Louisiana. Let's see if we can find a commander from Louisiana. What about Chatham Wheat? Administration sucks, but looks like he's wearing a kilt or something. Served in the Mexican-American War with the 1st Tennessee Mounted Regiment. Commissioned a colonel by Narciso Lopez in his Cuban filibustering expedition. In 1855, joined the Juan Alvarez campaign against Santa Anna as a brigadier general in charge of the artillery by the state of Guerrero. Interesting. What about Franklin Gardner? He's a decent commander. I know he's just captain, but that's pretty cool. I'm going to give you Franklin Gardner. If you don't want him, let me know. Weapons. What have we got here then? What did we capture? 3 20-pounder rifles, so not enough for a whole unit. We've got 4 10-pound parrots. That's nice. 1 30-pound parrot. 5,400 Springfield rifles. That's excellent. 6 Napoleons. Excellent. We captured some of them. And a couple of thousand Springfield rifles. So we do have some decent weapons at least. So something has come out of it. We've got 5,000 rifles, enough to equip a brigade or two. Oh, and we've got an assignable thing to order more weapons or something like that. And I'm going to go for reboard muskets. I know they're a bit crap, but they're quite cheap and they come in pretty quickly. So let's go reboard muskets, and then we can order some of those straight away. So hopefully they'll start coming in. Let's order 10,000 of them. That's another source of weapons coming through. So hopefully these guys will now pull out of here. We will let our readiness come back up. We will push on Alexandria and we will push on to Washington, I think. Unless you've got some different ideas, do let me know in the comments. It's also worth noting that these boys are moving around here in Western Virginia, so possibly this expedition down the peninsula is not going to happen. I suspect the 2nd Reserve Corps is going to move to Stanton to block any movement. In fact, I'm going to do that now while I remember. They're going to move off to Stanton. There's only 6,000 of them. Well, 4,500 at the minute, but there will be 6,700. Good that the 1st Reserve Corps got into the fight here, so they will lose their first battle buff. Or debuff, rather. And Magruder's men also saw action, which is excellent. Anyway, I hope you did enjoy the episode. It was a bit frustrating, that battle. It was a large one, and we were split, and the fighting was happening on 2 fronts. And then we had this stuff happening over here. Interesting, though, that they're building a field hospital there, so hopefully when that's done, we can cross the river and take that off them. That would be nice. In terms of supply, we are starting to get some supply moving up here into the St. Louis Armory. It's just... I've got this set to that, but I'm just going to take that off. So hopefully the supply will just come out of there and flow up. The 2nd Mississippi Corps, Trans-Mississippi Corps, is tiny, 3,300 men, but I may move them back here with Van Dorn's force. And then once this winter shifts, we can start looking to push these boys out of Missouri altogether. That is the aim, of course, but there are other federal troops all over the place in Missouri, so it's not as easy as all that. Anyway, if you've stuck around this long, thanks very much for watching. If you are new here, then why not hit that subscribe button. I will see you in the next episode, which will be next Monday. New episodes of the series come every Monday. So have a great day, whatever you're doing, and I will catch you in the next one. Ta-ra for now.